How do I say goodbye? How does one say goodbye to something that has helped build and shape her? How do I say goodbye to something that has helped me evolve? How do I say goodbye to something that has opened me up to so much, and that has been the blueprint of the grace of God in my life? Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna try.
Oh, this is the Motanoni going on set.
Hi everyone, I've been gathering the strength to do this because it's not easy. Welcome to the tribute of my Muvhango journey. It's so crazy when this whole thing was discussed. I felt like I had just heard one of the best news ever, and that's because I've come to a place in my journey with God where I know that nothing just happens in my life, and has a purpose, has a reason, and I know that when one door closes, another opens, and I also, there's just so much that I'm being propelled into. And so in the greater scheme of things, I knew that God is serious about all the other things that he's propelling me into. And so I felt also this was appropriate. I felt like this is the best place to do this because we're still here. And this is where it all started. Well, not fully, but we will talk about that in the midst of this whole thing. And that was Ino, she plays Rendani. And then that was Fatwa or AD, but anyway, so yeah, it felt serious. Also, it was an indication of the fact, it was an affirmation of the fact that truly God has done a very good work in me, because there was a time where these news would have crushed me, right? And for so long I wasn't ready. And I remember that God said he would tell me when the time comes and he would prepare me. So all the other times before I became global, and we'll talk about it on the videos to come, when people would tell me to move on and it was over, I would tell them that God hasn't said so it's not. I guess the contentment in my spirit this time around was a clear indication of the fact that the curtains are closing. And, you know, the fact that I was not as broken when the news was delivered to us does not mean that I'm not hurt, you know, because at that time, yes, like I said, when we first heard, it was like I couldn't understand it, but I felt excited. And then the news broke out of the statement being released by the SABC and, you know, us, and then it hit me differently. I don't know if it was just starting to sink in. I don't know if it was a clear confirmation, you know, the the final brick, you know, the final confirmation of, okay, we're here now, this is happening. I don't know what it was, but oh man, it hit me. It hit me differently. And now I don't feel like I've heard the best news in the world. Now I feel, in that moment, I felt sad and I felt hurt and I still feel sad. And so I read this statement and I see the videos and I start feeling sad and I start tearing up. And I say to God, well, I say to myself, it wasn't meant to feel like this. Because I'm shocked. I'm like, dude, that day I felt, oops. And then today I feel like, whoa, you know. it wasn't meant to feel like this. It was meant to be peaceful. I was meant to be content. I was meant to be excited. And then God said, who said so? Who said that? Who said this is not how it was meant to feel? I'm like, okay, then it wasn't supposed to. Because then when I say supposed to, it's on me. When I say meant to, it's on God. It's about how it was destined to be in the first place. So I scratched out the meant to and I said supposed to. It was not supposed to feel that way. Then he said to me, when? At what point? Because based on your journey, had this happened sooner, then it was supposed to feel that way. And also, based on your journey, this is supposed to feel that way. You also need to not disqualify yourself of your feelings. You also need to not diminish your feelings. You know, I know what this journey has meant to you. And so he gave me all these beautiful ideas to share about what this journey has meant to me and all the beautiful things that he has done through this journey for me and my family. You know, the thing about a blessing is that it's not just about you. It must extend to those around you. The grace expands to those around you, he said. And throughout this journey, he has shown me that the grace expands to those around me. My mother started her business in this place. My faith grew in this place. Some of my family members had their dreams realized in this place. But like I said, I'm going to share all of that with you. Today, all I want to say is that Nesa Ronne wa Mutlalepule Mudao ane at Ambarinderani Mukwebo ka Muvhango from Rinderani Ravere. If you know, you know. Ndiko ribuwa ngamanda. Ndiko ribuwa the love, the support. Ndiko ribuwa the encouragement, the faith. Ndiko ribuwa those who prayed with me and prayed for me. Every single smile and encounter that I had at the malls, the garages, the shoponi, the restaurant, wherever. Ndiko ribuwa the acknowledgement of my presence in this space. Ndikoriwa the welcoming of my presence and my being and my craft in your homes. Ndikoriwa so many things for so many reasons. And Ndikoriwa this platform. Ndikoriwa word of mouth pictures for giving me a chance, for believing in me. Ndikoriwa my Father, my God, for growing me through this, for teaching me what faith is and how to exercise it through this. Because it was through this job that I truly learned how faith works, or upon getting this job. And that's a story for another day. I don't want to ruin my makeup. I still have to shoot. Ndikoribuwa babduma, ndikoribuwa Muvhango man. Oh man. Everybody that said no, that told me it was not gonna happen, that told me I was delusional, that told me no way. And then my family through the support and everything, but most importantly, after God. Two people. For allowing me to play and portray her as authentically as possible, for teaching me about myself and my craft, for growing me through my craft and growing my craft. Rinde challenged me so much. Her storylines, they took me to places. And Rinde gave me an opportunity to live vicariously through her. She went through so many things that I had to portray. And in that, I lived vicariously through her. It was because of Rinde. And it is because of Rinde that I'm sitting here today as I am. It is because of Rinde that you guys have welcomed me in your space as you have. It is because of Rinde that I was even able to do Queen Mojaji, because it was through us showcasing our craft there that I got to be seen for what I can do in this industry. Rinde made some of my wildest dreams come true. It was because of her that I've been to Parala through a storyline that we were shooting. It was because of her that I've been to MGB more than I can count. And I enjoyed, and I was introduced to the hotel life through work, you know, that I traveled to hotels. Before it was lodges and stuff, but then Irinde took it up a notch. Yeah, via work, I met amazing people on my journey, and it is because of Irinde. There were experiences and things that were done to Irinde that were for on there. There was a day that I was so tired, and I kept saying, I need a facial, I need a facial, I need to get face mask. And I came to shoot, and Rinde was having a moment to herself, a self-care moment, and she had a face mask and cucumbers and stuff, and I'm like, God, you're so funny, you know. And I met amazing people here. I have some of the best friends and colleagues here. I've been through radio interviews to radio, and I met some amazing people there as well, made some connections. Man, Muvhango has changed my life in ways I cannot express. And for that I am grateful. So, Roribuwa and Roribuesa. Roribuwa chimwe na chimwe. Roribuwa ngamanda. And this is not goodbye. As the curtains close, it's not goodbye. There's so much more that's in the pipeline, and I can't wait for you to see it as we continue to grow. So from me, from there on, like I said, there's a lot to share, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share some of the biggest moments that happened here to me. I'm going to share how we got my gown with my name, because when we started, I just had a normal gown without my name on it. And on the first day that I came, when the gown was given to me and I saw how everybody else has their gowns, I said, do I not get a gown with my name? And I remember the wardrobe lady then said to me, she laughed at me and she said, oh please, this is for global cast, darling, this is for the leads. And I said to her, okay, one day I'll have my own. Then she laughed at me and she walked out. And then the day I got it, I was like, God, you're so funny and beautiful and faithful. I'm gonna share moments with my colleagues and my friends that have stood out to us, and some of the things that we've loved. Yeah, I'm gonna share a lot of stuff, and I hope you tune in. I hope you tune in to enjoy it. Okay. Thank you once again, and this one. Mwah!
Calling me out like the first day. This ain't no first aid. Yeah, you making me new today. Brand new, straight from the fountain of wealth. I put my gift in your hand. Take me from rags to riches in the best way. You wait for me, and in the season you wait for me. No, took me from rags to riches, took me from rags to riches. Oh yeah, and I love that for me. I love it, I do. Took me from rags to riches. Yeah, took me from rags to riches. Love it for me. Yeah, I love it, I do. Took me from rags to riches. Took me from rags to riches. Oh yeah, and I love it for me. I love it, I do. Took me Bought me at a price I can't afford. Taking me to places I ain't explored yet. Heavenly places, no GPS or escaping.